To maintain this stolen empire for nearly 1,000 years, the newly installed rulers had to execute a massive psychological warfare campaign against the public. They had to ensure that the native population would never realize who they truly were, where their freedom went, or how their sacred symbols had been hijacked. The Cabal launched a systematic, centuries-long academic and spiritual purge. They confiscated ancient British chronicles, burned library archives, and hunted down old Welsh manuscripts. Real, historical British heroes like the two King Arthurs were deliberately re-engineered by state-sponsored writers into floating, magical myths and fairy tales. By transforming the true history of the land into an absurd bedtime story, the hijacked elite ensured that the public would look at their own heritage as a joke. They erased the record so completely that no one would realize that a parasitic, satanic force had hijacked the crown. This brings us to the terrifying reality of the modern day. The people running the City of London Corporation are not just grey, boring, incompetent bureaucrats. The routine destruction of the economy is not an accident. The systematic draining of the country's wealth is the calculated, precision action of a deeply entrenched, dark cabal. They are active practitioners of institutional Satanism, running a global empire from a stolen square mile of sacred British soil. When you look at the architecture of the city, you are looking at an occult map, from the shadowy financial networks of the ancient Knights Templar to the modern, highly secretive rituals quietly conducted behind locked boardroom doors. They wear the ancient robes of the true Britons to mock the public. They hold the ceremonial swords to broadcast their dominance. They display the sacred dragons on their borders to signal to the world that they have captured the primordial power of the island and twisted it to serve their own dark masters. They have turned the ultimate financial center of the world into a massive money laundromat for international oligarchs, masking active satanic subversion behind the pomp and circumstance of state tradition. They have utterly disgraced the ancients, desecrated the holy symbols of the dragon and the sword, and insulted every living Briton.